So, hello everybody. This is week 5. Week 5 is rather deep, almost halfway deep into this program, and to the degree that stuff has happened. Stuff is happening in my body, and you folks can see my cheeks are getting flatter, which is yay, and a person's got more energy, yay. And what is important to you? How important is your health to you? How important is it to get yourself to a much better level of feeling better, being better? I want to give you 1 or 2 examples. A friend of mine said to me that he drinks like 2 glasses of wine every night when he has supper. And he says, by that time that he's had the wine, I don't know if he drinks more than that or it's just the norm that he's doing, but he says he doesn't really see time to speak much, spend time with his children. And now he says he's sitting and talking to his children afterwards and hearing how it's going with them and having some time for prayer together. And that's just who would think that some of those very, very important things in your life at this stage of your life actually should be so important. And you think, I don't have time, I'm too tired. Yes, what is causing this tiredness? And this is where this part becomes so exciting, presenting this program to you folks and say, I am willing to change my life. I'm going to do it. Cut the alcohol for 10 weeks, cut the bread for 10 weeks, cut the dairy for 10 weeks, cut the genetically modified foods for 10 weeks, cut sugar for 10 weeks. I didn't say go and cut starches and carbohydrates. That's not just the normal diets. Now we're not even talking about starches and carbohydrates because we've already defined what are these things that are making us slow and sluggish. And we want to stop being that way. For those of you who are on the Discord channel and getting all the updates, you will see all of those alternatives. Like a friend of mine sent me a picture of a carton of almond milk. How do you say it? That is, he's ready to replace normal milk. So he's going into that 3rd week right now. And it is exciting because, like, for instance, one of my other friends said that his children stopped eating bread. They brought the bread back from school. That is before he even told them that they're going to be on this program, that you can replace it with cauliflower and stuff like that. It's just, there are so many other things that you can eat instead of the norm. The stuff that clogs up the sinusitis, makes us feel sluggish. The bread makes you feel so tired. By 11 in the morning, you can't keep your eyes open. That's bread, folks. Yeast. And all of this is affecting your blood sugar. It's making you semi-diabetic. Possibly 1 in 3 people are diabetic. That's a study that's been done. So this is an update to my week 5. I now have the task of making sure that there's no sugar in my diet. I'm not a sugar person. You actually started cutting out sugar the moment you stopped drinking alcohol. But now there's other things that have got sugar content in. And when it comes to sugar content, it doesn't mean that you can't eat fruit. I'm not going off on a tangent about anything. Fruit has its own natural sugar. Don't ever say fruit is bad. Never say fruit is evil. It's good as long as you have it in the raw, natural state. There's fruitarians, there's vegans. These are the people that live the longest. So people that that are big on proteins. People don't live long when they have high protein. People live long on low protein. Go to Zac Efron, Sardinia, uh, Netflix. People go to 100, 110 years old and they hardly have much protein at all. They actually have more starch, carbohydrates. But we'll get into that sometime, because when we come to high carbohydrates versus carbohydrates, high carbohydrates are normally the veggies that grow underneath the ground, which are too unbalanced. You're an athlete, you can eat potatoes. You're not an athlete, cut down, don't have potatoes. All of those things are high in starch. We don't need starch. Starch is full of sugar. If the body can't use it, it converts it to sugar and fat. So let's focus on what we are going to focus on this week. Let's cut that out for 10 weeks. This is my 5th week without alcohol. And I just want to say something too when it comes to alcohol and these 0% beers. Twice during these 5 weeks, I had 0 alcohol beer. And the next morning, when I wake up, I've got gout in my leg or in my foot. A hint of it. But that hint is there enough to remind me that that is not good for you. And so those are the things, once you've started cleaning your system totally, you're detoxing, you're purifying yourself. How do you purify yourself? I will pray to be purified, but you're not willing to purify yourself by cleaning your body out. That's why Moses and Jesus and a lot of prophets and that in the Bible fasted for 40 days because they needed to get rid of all this stuff in them. Even in those days, there was toxic foods or foods that stopped you from being performing. Anyway, so I'm not going to let this go on too much longer, but there's just some thoughts for week 5. See you guys soon, and be good, be better, be the best version you can, and spend time with your family. Tell them you love them, and make sure that you are peak performance. And if you need anything, please don't forget to ask.